many of you will want to know, how do I get in? And to gain entry into the Bachelor of Dance Studies, first of all, you need to fill out the online application form through the University of Auckland website. One of the questions that I always get coming through is, what should I put in my CV and what should I write about in the written statement? So starting with the CV, we want to get a broad sense of who you are as a human, as well as what your dance background is. And whatever you want to put into that CV that you think are the most important things about you, you should write those things down. But some useful bits to include are your dance background, so whatever dance learning you've done leading up to this application point, and that might be your studio dance, it might be your crew that you're with, your hip hop crew, might be your NCA dance experience, it might be community dance work, performances that you've done, competitions, it can be anything, but getting a sense of the overall pathway of your dance interest and the different influences that you've had are really valuable for us to see. We like to know if you're engaged in the community somewhere, if you do work with your church or with any local community groups, if you have been teaching dance. We want to know about that. We want to know what your interests are, your other hobbies. If you play basketball in the weekend, put that in. All of those things help us to get a sense of what's important to you, who you are, and what kind of person we might be inviting into the program. You also need to provide a written statement, and in that it can be maybe a page or half a page, really articulating perhaps why you want to come to dance studies, what you're aiming to do when you graduate, or anything else about your dance journey or your life journey that you want us to know. And we really value those two documents because, as I said, we want to know who you are as a person. It's not just about your dancing and your dance background. We're looking for well-rounded humans who are going to contribute back to dance studies just as much as we help you get where you're going. So that's step one. From there, you'll be invited to join a workshop audition. Were you nervous? How was your experience of auditioning?
No, it wasn't nerve-wracking at all. I think coming into the space, it felt very warm and inclusive, and everyone kind of got really stuck into it. I remember the dance studies students who led the audition when I was the auditionee. They were really getting amongst it, and then they allowed us to kind of interact with each other and co-create and form together the dance, rather than it kind of being a you're there and I'm here type situation. It was really great just being able to relax into the process, and yeah, I felt super comfortable.
And that's typically held on a weekend, and it is very informal. So you might think of an audition where you have to wear a leotard and you have a number and there's people up the front of the room with a white tablecloth and a cup of water. It's not like that at all. We try to keep it really friendly. I hope it was friendly. Really friendly. We have our students, our current students will teach that workshop. Have you taught that work? You have, haven't you?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, so you've been on both sides where you've auditioned and been facilitating. That workshop usually includes a warm-up, maybe a game, doing some phrases of material, so learning some movement, and then also some choreographic work as well. And in that, we want to see who you are, how you interact with other people in the room, what kind of energy you bring, what kind of person you are. Then at the end of that session, there's time for one-on-one chats with the staff members who are observing, and we just want to get to know you a little bit better, but that's also an opportunity for you to ask us questions, because it's just as important that you know what you're getting yourself into and that you feel like dance studies is the right place for you, as well as us thinking about whether you're a good fit for us. While we're doing those, we really like for applicants to chat to the current students, and through that process you can ask them questions perhaps that you think they might be able to answer better, or maybe you don't want to ask the staff, and we leave you to it to have a chat with the current students to get a sense of what dance studies life is truly like as a student. In that audition process, we don't look for the perfect dancer with a particular body type. You should turn up as who you are. We want you to wear what you're comfortable wearing. We don't need you to bring any particular dance gear. You don't need to prepare a solo or anything to perform to us. We will facilitate that workshop and show you everything that you need to learn along the way. We try and keep it fun and friendly and with a bit of banter and a bit of laughter, because if you're feeling relaxed, then you'll show your best self.